I looking my best today? I gotta look my best. Let me get a sip of coffee while we're waiting on the people. Good afternoon and welcome to Injustice Investigations. I'm your host, Al Scott. The year was 1955, March 2nd to be exact, when a 15-year-old black girl from Mobile, Alabama, was in class studying segregation. After class, the team got on a public bus to go home, study, and relax. Well, it was ironic she was discussing segregation that day because the segregated bus was extremely crowded. And she was asked to give up her seat to a white woman. The 15-year-old black girl said, "No, I'm tired. I paid my fare just like she did." Shortly after that, she was arrested. Little did the 15-year-old girl know she had just made history. One of the pioneers in the civil rights movement. Today is the beginning of Black History Month, and today, Injustice Investigations humbly bow to Claudette Colvin. You are Black history. Thank you. Thank you kindly. Again, good afternoon. I'm Al Scott. One of the things we're looking at today, a woman in Shreveport will spend 30 days in jail because for almost 2 years she refused to send her kids to school. The police department says between 2017 and 2018, the kids missed all of school. Flatman Slack, 35, will spend 30 days in the city jail. We also have a new update on the death of Shreveport police officer Shateri Payne. Basically, we know now her fiance, who is also the father of their 2-year-old daughter, is the one who pulled the trigger and killed her as she prepared to go to work that night. One of the things that was very troubling about the case is that before Officer Payne left to go to work, she left to go to get her fiance and their daughter something to eat for that night. But little did she know that he had plans on ending her life. She was shot 4 times, once in the head. The first story that he told the police officers that he was inside, he heard the shots, and he came out. He saw somebody running in a black outfit, black hoodie, something to that extent. And he shot at the suspect and missed. That was his first statement. But the police said from the beginning he was their number one suspect. And 2 other individuals were arrested with him that night. Basically, everybody was there. Monday, we are going to do a hour show on the death of Officer Shateri Payne, and we salute her for her service. I even heard the chief of police say when he met her, he knew that she was built to be a police officer. And that was her lifelong dream, to be a Shreveport police officer. She graduated, I think, in 2014 from Captain Shreve High School. And it was a very, very sad case because when we learned that night that a Shreveport police officer had been shot, well, that was troubling enough. And then we learned later that it was a female. Then that really began to bother us. And when we got the information on how Officer Shateri Payne life had come to an end, I think everybody in Shreveport got up. If you wasn't touched by that story, you have to be a body without a soul. A very tragic situation, and it's proof that I don't care who you are not exempt from domestic violence. So again, our sincere condolences to Shatari Payne's family, especially her 2-year-old daughter. Very touching. But I salute the mayor of Shreveport, Adrian Perkins, and the Shreveport Police Department, because they put Officer Payne away like she was the president of the United States, and she deserved it. So, officers, mayor, tip my hat to you all for that as well. Now, let's get on to today's topic. I have been cussed out. I've received emails that were not pleasant, text messages, and a lot of people are upset at the things that I have been saying about the Empire actor, Jussie. Well, let's backtrack for a minute, and let's tell you how we got to this day about Jussie, the star of Empire. Well-respected brother. He's black. I think in 2015 he came out, admitted he's gay. Wouldn't have a problem with that. We're past all of that. Very, very good actor. When the story first came out, everybody was upset. That next morning, I spoke on it. I did a post, and I was pissed because this should not be happening. Not just because he's a black guy. He's gay. It just shouldn't be happening. We can't interrupt somebody's happiness because we don't like what they're doing, or we think what they're doing is a sin, illegal, or they shouldn't be doing it. Everybody, as I always said, should be just as free when they step outside of their door as they are when they're inside of their homes. And if there's any race on the planet that knows the pain from being discriminated against, it's black people. Therefore, black people should be the last people on planet Earth to ever discriminate against anybody, because we know the pain, and we're still feeling the pain. All right, well, when I wrote on the story, immediately there was some red flags, but emotions were so high, I went out anyway, and I did it, just like everybody else. Steve Harvey was upset. Kevin Hart spoke on it. Tyler Perry, Oprah. These things shouldn't be happening. A black man was beaten. A liquid substance was poured on him. A noose was tied around his neck. Racial, homophobic slurs he had to endure. And they beat him for a while. He finally got loose, and he went home. He finally got loose, and he went home. All right, here we go. Get your coffee. If you drink coffee, go ahead and get you some coffee. If you want your popcorn, get your popcorn, because this might get ugly. We might be here a minute. All right, here's the thing. First of all, we have to get past the fact that he's a celebrity. Get past the fame. Get past the fame. These are some very, very serious allegations for him to make. Very serious allegations, especially in 2019, and we have Mr. Super Stupid sitting in the White House. Dumb as a box of rocks, can't spell.com. Racism is on the rise, and racism started to climb when that idiot walked into the Oval Office at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. One thing that blacks don't want to be accused of something that they didn't do. Well, white folks, I'm sure, feel the same way. They don't want to be labeled something that they're not, or charged with a crime that they did not commit. Jussie is lying. There's no other way to put it. Jussie is lying. I'm going to say it again, and you can quote me. Jussie is lying. Count with me the red flags. First of all, about 2 weeks prior to when he got attacked, he received a letter at Fox Studios where they filmed Empire. It was a threatening letter. Don't know all what was in there, but it was a threatening letter. Well, you're black, you're gay, you're a celebrity, you're filthy rich. You need bodyguards. Just don't be stupid. That night, he had just got in. 2 a.m. He gets up. I'm hungry. I want to go get a Subway sandwich. Okay, let's get some security. No, I'm fine. You don't want no bodyguards to go with you? No bodyguards. Man, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. So you're just going to, it's just about a block or two away. I think she's going to walk down there. Yeah, I'll be okay. Red flag number one, right? Red flag number one. The letter was so threatening, I guess they asked him if he wanted extra security, and he declined it. So he went. Red flag number two, right? He ordered a sandwich, I think the lady said, and he got a salad. And he left at 2:15 a.m. Jussie left the restaurant, heading back to the apartment. Okay? Well, he was approached by two. Red flag number three. Stay with me now. Red flag number three. He was approached by two white men with ski masks. I've never been to Chicago. Maybe I will go soon. I guess that's the way they do it. White men walk around Chicago with ski masks on. And they're not skiing, but they walk around town with ski masks. That was a red flag. Red flag number four. Stay with me now. We're going somewhere. As they was beating me, they were calling, saying racial slurs to me, homophobic slurs to me. Let's make America great again. That's what they were yelling. Called him the nigger. Okay. Again, one tied the noose around his neck. Red flag number five. They poured a liquid substance on the brother. We now know he said it was bleach. Two white men walk down the street, 2 a.m. in the morning, ski mask on, and a liquid substance. Okay, I'm just seeing if I'm wrong. Okay, anyway, they carry a liquid substance. Why? Because they are out on a hunt. These two white men with ski masks and a substance in a container are on the hunt for a Negro that's gay. There he is. Right there. The Empire guy. Now, while they beating him, here's what he said. While they're beating him, here's what he said. I'm on the phone with my manager. He says, then the manager says, he heard everything. Red flag number 6. So you're holding your salad. You're holding your sandwich. You're on the phone with your manager while they're beating you and they're tying a noose around your neck. You know, and it could happen. It really could. In Hollywood, it could really happen that way. It could. Well, red flag number 7. Why your manager didn't call the police? He said he heard everything. He heard the racial slurs, the homophobic slurs. Why didn't he call the police? Don't know what to tell the police about that, but he sure didn't call the police. Well, he gets away. He goes back to the apartment. Gets into his apartment. He still got the noose around his neck. You heard me. He still has the damn noose around his neck. I've never been mugged. Never been jumped on. But if it would happen, and I would be so blessed to get away, if there's a noose around my neck, I want it off. Right? I want it off. But as evidence, the police got to come and find it. I'm taking it off. So, and that's what the police asked, why do you still have it around your neck? Well, this is evidence. I didn't want to touch it. Okay. Can we call this red flag number what? What number is this? 8? Red flag number 8? Okay. Red flag number 8. Okay. He gets in the apartment and he tells his manager what happened. Okay. Didn't manager listen? He gets in his apartment, tell the manager what happened. Manager listen. He was inside of his apartment for over 40 minutes. It's going to be red flag number 9. He was in his apartment for over 40 minutes before the manager said, oh, well, let's go ahead and call the police now. Okay. They say I'm being too hard on the brother. So I'm going to give him a little, let's lean his way for a minute. Okay. He's a celebrity now. So you know when you call the police. Publicity, boom. So I can understand them trying to strategize something here. How much do we want to get out to the public? You know, what shouldn't we let get out? You know, and a lot of times that's just not in your control. Sometimes it is, and sometimes it's not. So I'm making go with him on that. But the noose around his neck, it can be evidence, but take it off. I don't want it around my damn neck. These 2 white men with ski masks on and a noose and carrying a liquid substance in a container was out that night at 2 a.m. walking the streets of Chicago looking for a Negro that was gay. And they found him. Listen, I believe that story like I believe the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan has a dream of his white daughter saying I do to a black man. Jussie lying. Now, we got to get past the fame, people. And for you people who keep sending me all these old stupid emails, black this and black that, damn this pro-black. Damn this pro-black. If you really pro-black and you want to unite, you'd call Jussie and say, Jussie, tell the truth, because Jussie lying. You don't want to admit that Jussie's lying. Nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense. So you can call me every name but the name on the birth certificate. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. It's just like a parent. When the police knocks on the door and says, your child has been accused of fighting or robbing somebody. Oh, that's not my child. My child don't do that. I know my child. You know your child. You do. From a child's parent perspective, there is a different persona when your child is out of your presence that we know not of. So you can never say you really know your child. You don't know the persona they have in the streets or at work. You don't. You don't. So we can't say what they will or they will not do. We can say what we hope they will or we hope they will not do. But when it comes down to 100%, you just can't say it. Okay. Now, let's go on. The police go back where he said occurred at. You don't see nothing? You don't see nothing? Jussie, we didn't find a container. Jussie, we didn't find nothing on the ground. That's red flag what? Somebody tell me, red flag what? 10. It's another red flag. Here's 11. I'm looking at surveillance cameras in that area, in that vicinity. And I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing that cooperates what he says. Nothing. Thank you, Cleveland, number 10, listening. Okay, someone says, Israel says the whole thing was a staged attempt to excite black people and gay people. Hold your thought on that. You got something. Hold your thought. Hold your thought. Okay, we did 10. Now we're going to 11. So video cameras in that area. They caught nothing. Nothing that would corroborate the actor's story. Nothing. They did admit that there was a couple of surveillance tapes that had some gaps in it, but nothing to the degree to where it was sabotaged because of him or whatever, you know. They have over a dozen police officers working around the clock, looking at surveillance cameras. And they know they're not going to find nothing. But because of who he is and the publicity, we got to do it. We got to do it right. They know nothing there. And he playing a game with them, but guess what? They playing a game with him. Now watch this. So that's red flag 11. Couldn't find nothing. All right. Well, after that, what, Jesse, didn't you say that you and your manager, Brandon, was on the phone at the time of the attack? Yeah, man. Yeah, I heard everything. Called him a nigger, called him a faggot. He said they wanted to make America great again. I heard everything. Okay, well, let me see your phone for a minute. What? Let us see your phone. What? Jesse, let us see your phones. They wouldn't do it. That's red flag what? What red flag is that? Let me see if y'all paying attention. What red flag is it? 12. Why? You want them to solve the crime. You've been assaulted. This is a possible serious hate crime, and they need to be captured and punished to the fullest extent of the law. They don't release it. Well, here's what a lady got upset with me about today on somebody's page. It may have been CNN's, I don't know. That I didn't know what I was talking about. Thank you, Beverly Thomas, number 12. Why in the hell do they need his cell phone when he got attacked? Well, first of all, before you go speak on the law, know the law before you try to speak on the law, especially when I'm on the scene. When he said that he was on the cell phone with his manager, that became part of the crime scene. That's why they wanted it. It became part of the crime scene. Just like when George Zimmerman killed Trayvon Martin, his wife came and the police let her get his truck and move the truck, and they shouldn't have done that because he placed a call from there. That became part of the crime scene. So that's why the police department was asking for Jesse's cell phone and his manager's cell phone. They didn't want to up the cell phone. Why? This man, he just been attacked. They done beat him up. They was going to hang him. He still got the rope around his neck to prove it. The manager said he heard everything. You want to cooperate because you want the individuals caught, right? Yes. Give them your phones. Didn't do it. So today, his manager and family trying to do damage control. No. He never said he wasn't going to give it to them. He just thought that was strange. He didn't feel comfortable with doing it. I bet he didn't feel comfortable getting his butt whooped either, right? But it happened. Well, at least he said it happened. That's why they wanted the phone. But don't have to. They have other ways of getting the information if they deem it necessary. That's another red flag. This red flag number 12. You went up the cell phone. That makes no earthly sense to me. What we're doing here is someone said earlier, we're exciting people. We're getting people riled up. We're getting people ready to go and start protesting this and protesting that on a damn lie. Jesse lying. I'm going to tell you, there is nothing, nowhere that can connect the dots with anything that he says happened to him that night. But Jesse, let's go back a bit. Why would you leave without security? And you had just received a threatening letter at Fox Studio. Why? You had no security. I'm going to tell you why. Subway wasn't the only place you probably was going. Or maybe whoever you was going to see, you met them there. Something went bad. something went terribly wrong. Maybe it's somebody you met online. Black people don't want to hear this here because they saying I'm not making any sense. No, you're not making any sense when you want him to be telling the truth when he's telling a damn lie. Look, we cannot fight to clear up injustice on one end and sit over here and condone injustice on the other end. Either we're going to be a part of the cure or we're going to be the symptom to the problem. And we can't do that. Right is right, wrong is wrong. I don't want two innocent white men with ski masks on that carries a rope and a jug of bleach around town to be locked up for something that they didn't do. Jussie lying. There's no other way to look at it. When this ends and the police wrap up their investigation, it's going to be pretty soon. Here's what they should do. Whatever charge they can give him, he should be charged. They should also make him pay for the manpower that investigating that case costs. He should have to foot every dollar because he's lying. You all got to get past the fact that he's an actor. He is an actor, and guess what he's doing now? He's acting right now, and you're part of the movie scene. He duped us. I apologize to the people. I came out that next day. I was upset. I wrote my post. I spoke on every show I could get on, so I apologize because I'm 100% positive. I said 100% positive. Jussie lying. This did not happen. This did not happen. Or maybe it just didn't happen the way he said it happened. Doesn't make any sense. They can't find nothing to corroborate his story. So what do you all say for that? Oh, the Chicago police is covering up things. No, they're not. Chicago has the best surveillance system in the United States. Look it up. They do. Trust me, this is one case they're ready to close. The brother's lying. Why is he lying? I have no earthly idea. But here's what's going to happen. His career has already been stained. You can't put him back on Empire because the ratings are going to go down. So now you're going to have to kill him off. If you bring him back, it's just not going to work. He's lying. Steve Harvey came out in his defense. Kevin Hart came out. I came out. Tyler, a lot of people came out because we was hurt. We were hurt, but now we believe this Negro lied to us. And he did. Years ago, I did a story about a black woman in Winsboro, Louisiana. Came on KSLA News. I was sitting at my desk. KKK sets black woman on fire in Winsboro, Louisiana. Claims it. I stopped what I'm doing, and I'm into it, and I'm looking. If you know anything, if you know a little bit about forensics, I looked at what she got burned at, the spot that they showed. She was burnt, I think, 60% of her upper body was burnt. The KKK did it. Well, how do you know the KKK did it? Well, she told us they did it. Plus, the KKK used toothpaste and wrote on her windshield, KKK. Let me tell you something. As evil as the Ku Klux Klan can be, they sophisticated. They're not going to use no damn Colgate to say we did it. Didn't make any sense. Didn't make any earthly sense. Two of the brothers called, man, they taking her to LSU. Come on up there. I said, I'm not coming up there. Why? I said, something ain't right. It's just, I said, we done this before. Jumped out there. Hollered racism. And it wasn't. And each time we do that, we look super stupid. So we got to start proceeding with caution. And I slipped on this one. I'm guilty. I apologize. Something wasn't right. Here's what I thought happened. I didn't think the KKK did it. I thought if she had a boyfriend, fiance, or husband, I thought he did it. And she was so in love with him, she was going to cover up for him. But I was wrong. She set her own self on fire. She did. She did. Long story short, police came out a couple of days later, made the announcement when she could get out of the hospital, she will be arrested, and she was. What happened after that, I have no earthly idea. But here's what could have happened. What if there had been some Ku Klux Klansmen in that area, or some known racist people in that area, white men? At that time, here's what would have happened, people. They would have arrested them. They would have been tried and convicted on a damn lie. They would have spent the rest of their life in prison trying to convince inmates and everybody else that they're innocent. She died from her injuries. They was going to die in prison. I have no pity for her, no sympathy whatsoever. We don't want it done to us, and we shouldn't do it to them. So just think about that. What if they had arrested somebody in that area and she had died from her injuries? And if you're innocent and the law wants you to be guilty, they'll find a way. And it was unfair. And it bothered me for her to do something like that. There's no sympathy for that. Any excuse that she gives is an inexcusable excuse. So, looking at his case, that came to my mind. And I hope I'm making some sense here to some of you. It's so many red flags. So many red flags. He's cooperating with the police. Yes, he is. They admitted that today. He's cooperating to a degree. I'm not going to release my cell phone. You know what? He was not talking to him. If you were talking to your manager while you was getting beat, wouldn't the manager on the other end, wouldn't the manager call the police? I would think, but he didn't. Why? I have no earthly idea. Jussie only went to the hospital because the police insisted that he go. Now, I've had some people to unfriend me. We looked at the number on the page. Some people have removed themselves because of the things that I'm saying about Jussie. Let me tell you something. I'm calling it the way I see it. The way I see it. We got to learn to be emotionally intelligent here and put this black thing down, and pro-black this and pro-black that, the Negro line. We cannot be uniting people when we're holding people up and they're wrong. This is a lie. This is an actor, and he's playing a role that we're not getting paid for, but we're in it because we're discussing it. Everybody was pissed. Even D.L. Hughley came out the other day and said something ain't right. Something's not right. When Steve Harvey spoke, I could feel the pain in Steve Harvey. I could hear it in his voice. He spoke for about 2 minutes and he said, it shouldn't happen. And I'm paraphrasing. Any way you want to handle this, Jussie, in a legal perspective, we with you. And look, I agree to that. I'm with you 1,000,000,000%. But now I know you're lying. Now, whatever happened that night, I wish you would tell the police the truth. Just tell the police. I think I know what happened that night, but I dare not go there. A lady said, well, only God knows. No, that's a lie. Oh, more than God knows what happened that night. But I'm going to tell y'all this here. It was not 2 white men. Those 2 images that Chicago Police Department released to the public could be true. They could have been 2 people. They could have really been people. But watch this. We don't know if they're black, white, male, or female. You don't know nothing. So what they released, they could have kept it. Meant nothing. Or could the Chicago Police Department be playing a game with him? Come on now. These folks, he's an actor. They do this for real. You hear me? He's an actor. They do this for real. Racism, and I'm finna end this, racism is on the rise in this country because of the idiot that sits in the White House right now. And we don't want to add to it. We don't want to be hurt, and we shouldn't want to hurt others. You got to look at this thing and go like, something just ain't right. Something is just not right. Nothing's adding up. These men and women are working around the clock looking at surveillance tape, and they know they're not going to find nothing. Nothing. They couldn't find nothing. You went home with a rope around your neck. Before y'all go there about his neighbor, let me answer that. Red flag number 13. Neighbor finally comes out. Yes, I saw Jussie that night. Oh, he came home, he had a rope around his neck. Thank you. And then, you got something else? Yeah, I got something else. What else is it, ma'am? It was a white man standing out there. He looked suspicious. Looked kind of like redneck. And he had a jacket on. And then he had a rope around his neck. Really? Well, what time was this? About 8 something? No, about 1 o'clock in the morning. I take my dog out to walk. So now the neighbor lying. The neighbor lying for him. Come on, don't make any sense. So they were standing there, white man, waiting on Jussie to come out. Come on now. Jussie turned down bodyguards that night. The show Empire and its entire cast, and especially Lee Daniels, is pushing an agenda since when Fox promoted anything positive for blacks. Let me say this, y'all. Anybody that really know me know one thing. Scott love everybody. I can sit with the lesbian, heterosexual, bisexual, homosexuals, whites, black, young, old. Man, look, I can hang with anybody that want to hang with me. And it don't bother me. I support gay rights and stuff. I've lost a lot of friends because of that, but it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. Listen, we got to stop playing that damn race card so much. That damn race card that been played so much is bending. We got to stop it. We have to stop it. Either we're going to unite or we're going to help divide this country. The red flags are there, people. The red flags are there. He's lying. He's lying. And I really and truly believe the police department knows that he's lying. And therefore, I can't respect you when you do that. I can't. All of us have done wrong. I haven't always done wrong, but I haven't always done right, but I haven't always done wrong either. But I never want to send an innocent man to prison. I never want to do that. And it could happen. It could happen. Somebody could still be arrested for this crime that really did not occur. So, did you meet somebody online and it went bad? An ex-boyfriend and it went bad? I don't care about him being gay. That's not the issue here. The issue is you lying. And we don't need that right now in this country. And I know some of you all should feel that. We don't need that. We got enough going on right now with dumb Donald Trump sitting in the White House impersonating the president. I thank you all for listening today. When I get another update, we will come back. As I always said before I end my show, I'm not always right and you are not always wrong. But sometimes we just got to sit back and go like, let me just look at this again. Because you don't want to be out there willy-nilly either. Looking stupid. When we're wrong, we're wrong. I apologize to the public because I came out hard on the individuals that did it because it shouldn't have been done. And it wasn't because of him just being black and gay. It was because of the incident itself. I love y'all. I thank you all for tuning in. Be it Lord willing, we'll see you Monday at 1 o'clock, and we'll speak more on Shreveport Police Officer Shateri Payne. We'll bring you an update on that, and along with some other issues within the Shreveport Bossier area. I'm Al Scott for Justice Investigations. Y'all enjoy your weekend.